Happy and healthy altitudes to you. Hello, my name is Gary Giannetti, and I'm a certified personal trainer, sports nutritionist, and running coach. I just wanted to give you some tips, again, as we did last week and the last few weeks, for the Eerie this fall, or for your favorite 5K or 10K. This week, as we're seeing behind me with the beautiful trees and the rain, fall started. And fall is a great time of year to run. It's just a matter of figuring out how to dress properly for the elements. Sometimes it could rain, sometimes it can be dark. So how do you dress for fall? And the best way to do that is to layer up. So wear gloves, wear a hat, wear a windbreaker that you can take off easily. Some people even go to a thrift store and buy a windbreaker and windbreaker pants that you can leave at an aid station. So if you don't want to wear it after mile 1 or 2, you leave it at an aid station and then they donate that back to thrift stores after the race. So layering up and practicing with your layers during your training runs is a great way to practice for your race day event. So as fall throws crazy weather at you, throw crazy fashion back at it. The second tip is functional nutrition. So in a 5K or 10K, you might not need a lot of carbohydrates, Gatorade, goos, things like that. What you might really just need is water. So the American College of Sports Medicine has some recommendations, and I'll put a link on my website. You can check that out for fluid replacement. And anything below an hour, you don't really need a lot of carbohydrates. You need just water. So in a 5K, take a quick sip of water. You can bend the cup, sip it, and run on your way, or just walk. And in the 10K, you might not need anything to drink until 3 or 4 miles in. So thinking about post-exercise nutrition is the key. Trying to think about how you can have a little bit of protein right after your run, how you can find ways to get some carbohydrates that are healthy right after your run. Those are things to think about. I see a lot of athletes that I train forget about post-exercise nutrition and the protein requirements that you need as an athlete. And that's really important. So hopefully the post-exercise nutrition is what you can think about. And in a 5K or a 10K, water is probably good if you're under an hour. The last tip is the 10% rule. A few weeks ago we talked about increasing your running 10% every week. So you should be on track for your 5K. If you're running 3 times a week, you should just try to increase your run about 10% again this week. So if you were doing 3 miles 3 times, you should be at about 9 miles a week. But if you increase it, you should be coming up to about 10 miles a week for the total running. If you're in the 10K, you can do the same thing. Think about doing 3 runs again and try to increase it to another 10%. So if you were doing 4 or 5 mile runs, you were doing 3 4-mile runs, 5-mile runs, you're at 12 to 15 miles per week. You want to start to increase that 10%. So you should be at 16, 18 miles per week. And if you're a more advanced runner, start to throw in some of the different intervals and hills that we talked about last week. You could get on the treadmill, or even better, get outside, enjoy some of the fall weather, and enjoy the cool air to get out and do some quick intervals and some hill intervals. So I hope that those tips can help you be active, eat well, and stay happy for your life. Not just for your 10K, not just for your 5K, but it's a lifelong habit to be active. So I hope that those tips help you stay happy. Again, my name is Gary Giannetti, and if there's any way that I can help you be active, eat well, or stay happy, please let me know. See you out there on the run.